you tryna change the channel.
Crash landing in my soft spot for you got me so.
I recorded this song 1 year ago while attempting to overcome my alcoholism. I was learning to live life sober again. Regrettably, I relapsed before the song was set to release. I spent the rest of the year in a downward spiral, only releasing one solo track. Two things. One, is this talking about the last year, or is this talking previous to that? If it was last year, wait, he did the Now or Never 2 he's saying solo track, so that was a feature with Greeley. Pennsylvania remix. He did a track with Mercules. What was the solo track he did? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm having a mind blank, but yeah, that's if it's last year. I don't know if he means like previous. I wasn't focused on music. I was too busy hating myself, drinking my life away. I don't know if he's talking about in the past or now. 1 year later, I've just finished another detox. I am currently sober. Okay, so he's talking about present day. Alright, big up to yourself, bro. Currently sober. Grown man shit, man. Back in the sample. Where's it going to be taking us? Great cinematography as well, with the pan, zoom in, focus thing. I don't know what the name is for the shot.
The only reason I'm writing this is so this evening I won't be feigning to buy some piss.
Nah, listen to that. Listen. That's sounding cold. Let's go.
The only reason I'm writing this is so this evening I won't be feigning to buy some piss. My mind is shifty, it's so deceiving at times. I know it's fading me lies, but it's so depleting to try resist. I'm overheating but finding trips. I'd go to sleep but I won't succeed cause it's 9 to 6. I'd like to visit my bros, but even if I were to go and meet them tonight, I just know to see them's a heightened risk. I'm so over leading this life I live. I'm so over saying these rhymes exist. I'm overrating them over and freaking over. I'm over not being sober. I'm over being a whiny bitch.
I'm over not being sober. I'm over being a whiny bitch. Because when you're in this headspace, when you're in this dark place as well, you're also having to deal with that balance of wanting to reach out and wanting to talk to people, and then at times not wanting to talk to anyone, wanting deep down there for there to be help, but as a man not having the feeling of being able to talk to it about anyone because people have got their own problems, or you don't want to scare people, or you might want help then and there, but you know that they might hassle you after, so there's just no point saying it in the first place. It's just like, let me just stop being a whiny bitch about it, let me just get on with it. There's that male pride about it as well.
I'm over and freaking over. I'm over not being sober. I'm over being a whiny bitch. I just flow to beats as the timer ticks and flick a lighter as smoke releases inside my lips. This ain't for likes, a load of streams or subscriber clicks. I'm just trying to cope, that's the only reason I'm writing this.
Yeah, it's the only reason I'm writing this. The title of the song. I'm only doing it for you, man. Or is that what you always mean, doing it for himself?
I'm writing this. Likes a load of straight ticks and flick a lighter as smoke releases inside my lips. This ain't for likes, a load of streams or subscriber clicks. I'm just trying to cope, that's the only reason I'm writing this.
Let me fucking listen in the first place. I'm not doing this for streams, subscribers, likes and clicks. I'm doing this to cope. That's the only reason I'm writing this. I'm doing this to help myself. How much I appreciate you, man, support, I ain't doing it for you. I'm doing this for me, for my own mental.
The only reason I'm writing this is so this evening there's no proceeding to slice my wrist.
He opened up the first verse with the only reason I'm writing this as well now. And he's ended on the... Wait, did he stick with the same rhyming scheme throughout the whole verse? I've only just deeped it.
My mind is shifty, I know I'm needing a psych, but I don't believe that they're right, so there's no receiving advice they give. They might insist.
And that's the second time he's done that, so when we're talking multis, he's establishing the multi, bar 1 and 2, and then throughout the third, he's changed the rhyming scheme. At the start of the fourth, done match that second rhyming scheme, and then to end the fourth bar, come back to the original. I do this a lot to you, man, and I never know whether you, man, get it or not, but it's... Visually, it makes sense in my head. again, I might just be waffling as far as you man are concerned, but it makes sense in my head.
It's on a slow decrease when I try to quit, cause when I do I'll be prone to seizures and violent fits. Prescribed a fix, I hope this treatment is right. The dosage seems to be light and there's no repeats for these type of scripts. Now there's no relief, so the vice is switched. No more
there's no release, so the vice is switched. This ain't cutting it for me no more. So now I have to rely on something else, something a bit stronger, something.
Hates for these type of scripts. Now there's no relief, so the vice is switched. No more meds, I'm just overeating and lighting cigs. So defeated, I'm over being at home where I'm only seeing a sofa, but no, it beats the asylum bricks.
I'm not doing myself much help just being at home on the sofa, but you know what? It's better than sitting in a mental asylum, or better than being on a ward.
I'm over being at home where I'm only seeing a sofa, but no, it beats the asylum bricks. So I chose to speak to this mic a bit. Though I was tired, it spoke to me like a cyclist. This ain't for hype or a post you see when you're liking clips. I'm just trying to cope, that's the only reason I'm writing this.
The only reason I'm writing this. That's a cold track, man. I really like that track. Complete is such a good storyteller, man. Rise of the Ward. Shout out Perth, West Sides each and every time. Dropshot Media. Ever since the days of Complete doing Jordan, we know he can do this very self-conscious, very self-aware storytelling, you know, and that doesn't always have to be a chronological order of events. Sometimes that storytelling can be how you're personally feeling at one point or one period of your life in time. That didn't Englishes, but you know what? Complete can. Being able to find the right balance in his delivery, being able to, you know, put his emotion and put his heart and soul into it, yet at the same time have great clarity, still not be able to overdo it, and, you know, be able to control his breathing at the same time, which obviously on a studio recorded track you can never really tell, but I'm pretty sure that Complete has this held down. Accompanied by an absolute steamer of a beat. Like, that instrumental there, cold. It doesn't say who produced it or anything, but again, very, very good choice of instrumental, which is another thing that Complete is normally on point for. A nice moody balance between, you know, being simplistic enough to allow Complete to enable his storytelling and not be too distracting, not having the instrumental be the only focus, but satisfying enough that I could probably listen to that instrumental on its own and really, really appreciate it. It sets the tone, it sets the mood, and I think that's accompanied by really simple but crystal clear, I was about to say vocals, crystal clear visuals. Everything about this done to a professional level and done really well. This is definitely one of the best Complete tracks I feel like he's put out in a very long time. And I mean, don't get me wrong, but judging by what he's saying, he hasn't put out a lot of music in a while, especially not solo stuff, but yeah, I really do like this track, and I think I'm only going to discover more as I listen back to it multiple times. Obviously this is my first reaction, so I want to save this to a playlist, keep tabs on it, and just kind of listen to it over and over again, and just keep tabs on what Complete's doing in general. I normally am. Complete, I have nothing but respect for. One of the most talented people from, I was about to say just West Australia, but to be honest, just Australia in general. So yeah, man, nothing but love for Complete. Oh, and last note, like, big ups Complete for staying sober, and hopefully you can keep it that way, bro, and hopefully that you just stay well, and yeah, just keep doing your thing, do what makes you happy, man, do what makes you healthy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, nothing but love.